How many kinds of sweet flowers grow in an English country garden? I'll tell you now of some that I know, and those I miss you'll surely pardon. Daffodil, heartsease and phlox, meadowsweet and lady smocks, gentian, lupin and tall hollyhocks, roses, foxgloves, snowdrops, forget-me-nots in an English country garden. In an English country
My name's Simon Roper and I'm part of the Ambios team, which is here today at Bishop's Hull House, just south of Taunton, and we're running a 24-hour BioBlitz, which is a race to record as many species as we can in a particular location, in this case in the lovely grounds of Bishop's Hull House, where Learning Southwest are based.
In an English country garden. In an English country garden.
The object of the exercise is partly recording species, but also partly public engagement and getting people involved with wildlife.
How many insects come here and go through our English country garden? I'll tell you now of some that I know, and those I miss you surely pardon.
Hi, I'm Clive Betts. I'm part of the Ambios project team and I'm known as Bugman, hence the nets. My job here today and yesterday was to help people find out all about the bugs they're finding. So what you can do, you can forage, you can put your nets down, and last night I came up here and planted some pitfall traps. These are simply plastic cups dug in a little hole in the ground with a cover so they don't get waterlogged if it starts raining. The other thing to do, of course, is to put things down where animals can live and crawl underneath the shelter. We could actually start by having a look under one of these mats. There's a pitfall trap here, but let's see what's underneath here. And there, straight away, there's our lesser stag beetle, which we saw a bit earlier on. Not a particularly common beetle, posing beautifully for you. Relative of our largest British beetle, the stag beetle. Just sitting there quite happily on the compost heap.
Fireflies, moss and bees, spiders climbing in the trees, butterflies that sway on the cool, gentle breeze. There are snakes, ants that sting, and creeping things in an English country garden. In an English country garden.
Well done. Yep.
How many songbirds fly to and fro through our English country garden? I'll tell you now of some that I know, and those I miss you'll surely pardon.
We set some small mammal traps, live traps, over the last few days, and we set them last night to see if we could catch little mice and voles. And we advertised that to start at 7:30 this morning, and I'm always amazed that actually people turn up at 7:30 because they're enthusiastic and they want to come and see what small mammals we've caught. It's families turning up, mum and dad, grandma and granddad being dragged out of bed at 7 o'clock in the morning because the children want to come and see what small mammals we caught. If you think about house mice and think about comparing them, this little guy has got little ears and his eyes aren't quite as dominant. It's going to be quite a star, this one, isn't he? I'm going to pop him.
Well, we heard him about.
You heard him clanking up?
Ago.
Oh, really? Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let him go where he came from. He'll go really quickly, I expect, straight into the undergrowth. So, just need to find his way out. They always run up, so he gets a little bit confused. A little fella, actually, I don't know if it's a he or a she, never mind. He's probably running back into the flower bed there, and actually we'd never know he was there, so he's just gone. So this is just standard breakfast muesli with the big bits removed. So the big bits of sort of dried banana and all that kind of stuff we just took out. So this is just nuts and a few raisins, and obviously they like it. We're going to set them now, and I'm going to check them at 8 o'clock this evening. And we're the ones we'll check them and then we'll reset them for first thing tomorrow morning. So I would hope we might get some this evening, and if not, we might get even more tomorrow morning, fingers crossed. But I put these out here on Tuesday night. So they've been out and locked open and safe since Tuesday. So they've had Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. They've been out for 3 nights in position, baited up with food, so the animals can come in and go out again easily. And it's today as we've set them for the first time. So that was the first catch, which is fantastic. Unclip the top.
It's very exciting.
Oh! Surprise you, it surprised me. There we go. Whoa, look at that. Yeah.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, bless him.
Wow, can you see? The little bowl.
Bobolink, cuckoo and quail, tanager and cardinal, bluebird, lark, thrush and nightingale. There is joy in the spring when the birds begin to sing in an English country garden.
Another one in.
Oh, look.
I made everybody jump, didn't it? Okay. Now then. Yeah, I thought so, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, here we go.
That's
Now,
nice.
what's different? Absolutely.
Oh,
Can you see the difference between that and the last one? Yeah? What do you think's different? What can you see? Okay.
And what else?
What about
Yes,
bigger
that's
ears?
right.
Fantastic.
That's the
Well
mouse.
done. That's really
Bull
good.
has tiny ears.
Yeah,
the mouse
absolutely.
Has big ears.
Yeah. And what about anything else? About the eyes? You see a difference between the vole and this one with the eyes? You have a look at this one. Ooh. Yeah, springy. He's very springy.
Big bulgy black eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. Bulging
And the
eyes and
tail's
big
long.
ears and a lot longer tail. Look at that, beautiful tail.
In an English country garden.
My name is Tom and I'm a volunteer from Ambios. I've just graduated from university, I'm a bit of loose end, so I thought I'd come out and do something fun, take some wonderful pictures. Well, the photos themselves will get uploaded onto the iSpot website, and that way you can get experts to come in and have a look, and people who are just generally interested in wildlife can come and have a look and see what's just in and around where people can actually get to. There's, I don't know, a lot of people seem to think that you have to be in rainforests or a coral reef to see these wonderful animals, but they're just next to you all the time. No one really knows.
I'm Steve Parker and I work for Natural England, but I'm also the Vice County Recorder for plants in this part of Somerset. So we're in a rather splendid garden here, and so far today I've recorded 68 different species of plant. They're wild plants, not the garden plants, which is quite good really. It's a very old garden, I would imagine, looking at the house, and the lawn is full of daisies and white clover and South Hill. And even the paths themselves, which are not sort of sprayed with herbicide, are quite rich. They've got all sorts of different grasses in them. Most people call them weeds, of course, and they are weeds, but they're quite good. There's a good selection of plants there. None of which are rare, but they're all worthwhile recording because they're all good for the area, sort of thing. So if we have a walk round, we'll have a look at some of them. So it looks like a very weedy path that I'm walking down here, but here we got a forget-me-not. This is a field forget-me-not. Very tiny blue flowers, so not uncommon, but as I say, quite good. And here we got a little speedwell. Old lawns are very good, not only for botany, but also for fungus. So later on in the year, you might have a whole range of different mushrooms and toadstools growing in the gardens. All the birds, all the moths, all the caterpillars from moths, they all require what to us are very common plants, but to them are food, of course. So there is a good leave areas aside that are a bit rougher than other areas. Up in the trees here we've got some lovely mistletoe. You see, it's huge groups of mistletoe, so obviously no one's getting in here at Christmas time and stealing the mistletoe.
I'm Bill. I'm part of the Ambios team who's running a BioBlitz here at Learning Southwest. BioBlitz is all about getting as many different species as possible in 24 hours, and part of that process is to upload the photographs of the wildlife to the iSpot website. It's a handy website that you can upload photographs of wildlife that you've taken from around the site here and use it to help you to identify the species better. Today in the marquee we've got a species board with photographs and names of all the things that we've found. We've got naturalists who are helping members of the public to identify what they've found, and we've also got a team of people, including myself, who are uploading images to the iSpot website.
One of the key things about the BioBlitzes is that we arrange to have certain sorts of activities happening at certain times. So there's a program that people can come along and engage with. So to give you an example, this morning we started off with the moth trap really early in the morning, and some gentlemen came over who are naturalists who are interested in moths, and they discovered we had 31 species of moths in our moth trap.
In an English country garden. Robin, 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 don't forget the robin. Don't forget the robin, Robin. Robin, 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 don't forget the robin.
Very good spotting. Oh, there we go. It's a pipistrelle, a little pipistrelle. We've just stopped. So 209 total recorded. Really fantastic, and the invertebrates win this time. There's always a bit of a tussle between the plant life and the invertebrate life to see who's going to win. The responses we have from people is, isn't it amazing what there is here? We would never have thought there was this number of species. And of course there is a sense in which we don't have the time, because we're all so busy, we don't have the time to look. And if you stop for a 24-hour period and you look, it's amazing what you discover.
In an English country garden. In an English country garden.